Good Thursday morning, everybody. This is PGA Professional Brendon Elliott, the founder and executive director of the Little Linksters Association for Junior Golf Development and the Little Linksters Golf Academy. Wanted to send this message out to all the parents, all the kids, all the friends of the kids that partake in our events and our clinics and camps. And it's an important message on a couple fronts. First and foremost, I wanted to thank everybody, anybody that's a regular in any of our events or clinics or tournaments, and the newbies out there that have only played in one or two, or maybe have just signed up for the first time and haven't participated. I feel that there's a couple things that makes us a little bit different than some of the other tournaments out there, tournament series out there for juniors, as well as our instructional programs, camps, things like that. What makes us different? Well, from the standpoint of the tournament series, we have a non-competitive and competitive division. As far as I'm aware, there's not any other tour, junior tour, that offers that. It offers an opportunity for kids that have maybe perhaps never played in a tournament before to have that tournament-like experience. And I'm very proud of that. I'm very proud that we continue to do that and have rules that we play by for the non-competitive and the competitive kids. I also feel like the atmosphere that we create through our Little Linksters tournament series and all the events that we do is a very positive, upbeat, and special experience for the kids, and especially the kids, but also the parents as well. Recently, we've brought into play a new system for registrations for tournaments, and I want to talk about that real quick. And also in 2019, we have doubled the amount of tournaments that we've had on our schedule. Scheduling from the standpoint of what happens behind the scenes for junior tournaments or junior camps, clinics, whatever, is a difficult thing. And there's a lot of things I have to take into account. I've built very strong relationships over the many, many years with different golf courses throughout Central Florida and really throughout the state and even outside of the state. And that takes time to build those relationships. And I never want to damage those relationships. So we were excited at the start of 2019 to double the number of events that we were to offer. And with that, I felt like we needed to bring in a new registration system, not just for our tournaments, but it would evolve into everything that we offer from camps, clinics, things like that. Granted, we do have some partnerships where the registration process goes through them, such as PGA Junior League and PGA Junior Camps. But for the most part, I was looking to find a system that was the best in the industry, basically. And we found that in Blue Golf. Now, with like anything that we do, anything anybody does in life, where there's a change, sometimes change can be difficult for people. But in the end, this is the best thing, mostly on behalf of you, the parents and the customers, but also for us on the back end, taking care of the setup and planning and everything that goes into our tournaments, our clinics, private lessons, everything like that. So with that said, Blue Golf is the best in the industry. I've shopped around and pulled the trigger on using Blue Golf for many reasons, some of which we were yet to see because since its installation, at least for the tournaments, we've unfortunately not met our minimum required paid entries in order to host an event. So Mission Inn is once again canceled. We didn't reach the minimum number of paid entries. And this is something that I had a difficult time wrestling with as we moved into the new year. But from a business standpoint, despite the fact that we're a nonprofit, from a business standpoint, I had to decide what to do to make us not profitable, because that's not of my concern, being profitable. It's always nice to be profitable. And even as a nonprofit, people don't understand it's okay to be profitable as long as the additional revenue, the extra revenue goes right back into the program, which it always has with Little Linksters. But that's the least of my concern. Is what I want is systems that work, and Blue Golf works. But also our tournaments, for the most part, have been a losing financial proposition for many years. So we've had to slim some stuff down. We've had to bring in uh, different ways of being efficient. And blue golf is that way. Now, with anything new, like I said before, there's some learning curves, but you have to give things an opportunity to work the way they're supposed to. Really, a lot of cool things happen once we pull the trigger on a tournament, assuming we meet our minimum requirement. And a lot of the back end stuff from scorecards, pairing sheets, making the pairings, scoring at the event. There's opportunities for live scoring through apps or digital scoreboards at the golf courses. And once we report the scores and put them into Blue Golf the day of the event, it auto completes our point standings for the year, for example. Goes right up onto a leaderboard on our Blue Golf page. It keeps statistics for the kids. It shows live scoring if we put that into play. There's a lot of positive things from both standpoints of the consumer, you, the parents, and the kids, and the back end, us as little Linksters. But unfortunately, we haven't been able to get to that point where we've had our first event under the new system. So hopefully, I know you have a lot of options out there for junior tournaments. And scheduling from the back end again is very difficult when there's many options out there. Great tours like US Kids and Premier Golf Tour and FJT, and there's countless different tours out there that are awesome. And I encourage kids to play in all types of tournaments and events. But please consider us. We've had a long history of running events, and what I feel is it's some of the best facilities in the state of Florida. That's through the connections that I've made and the network I have had for well over a decade in Central Florida. So it's difficult to get on some of these golf courses. And with that said, I want to address one more thing in terms of the tournaments. Unfortunately, as I emailed the head professional at Mission last night, told them we didn't meet our minimum requirement. We're going to have to cancel for this time, but we look forward to seeing them in November for another date that we had scheduled. He actually emailed me back, and this is someone that I've known for quite a while, actually graduated of the Golf Academy of America where I was an instructor, and he actually canceled us for November as well, saying that he had a very disturbing phone call from a parent that was registered to play in our event this Saturday that was very upset with him in terms of not having a practice round rate, a 9-hole rate, a junior rate, and hung up on him. So one individual, and I'm not sure who this individual was, actually ruined the opportunity for us to go back to Mission later in the year. I will find another facility to have a tournament later in the year in November. But I need everyone to understand one thing, and I got to be very clear on this. The facilities that we get to host events for our tournament series are mostly resort, private clubs, and other higher end facilities. I do that and work deals with them to get decent rates through my network and through the relationships that I have with these golf professionals, owners, general managers, on behalf of your children and you, the families. I don't want to damage those relationships because someone feels like the club could have done more for us. We don't get practice rounds in most cases. We don't get special rates in most cases, 9-hole rates for things like that. Just the opportunity to have your child play on courses such as Bay Hill, Reunion, Mission for example, which was a new stop for us this year, Lake Nona. Those are opportunities that normally you wouldn't be able to have. And I love providing those opportunities for the kids and for you, the parents and families. But when someone tries to damage that relationship for reasons unbeknownst to me, I still don't understand why you would do that. That's not good. Okay? Think of your children above and beyond everything else. We do what we do at Little Linksters for the kids. Okay? And yes, for the parents as well. But please, if you have any concerns or questions, do not address those with the golf courses. They're playing host to us. And I'm very grateful to have them play host to us. And I'm very grateful for the relationships that I have with those facilities. So to have something damaged because of something that a parent of one of our students, players has done, that's very hurtful to me. Any questions, comments, concerns that you have need to be addressed with myself or any of my staff. An email is the best way to get a hold of us for the most part, because as golf instructors, most of the time during the normal course of the day when the sun's up, we're not in a position to be able to pick up a telephone. So if you do want to call, please leave a message and give us a way to communicate with you after hours. And that's why I say email is typically the best way to contact us. So yes, this is me being a little bit stern, which is kind of out of my character, but I had to address a couple things and make sure that people understand how grateful I am to have these opportunities to present to you and your children at the facilities that we do. But I need you to understand that you should also be grateful for this and not take advantage of these opportunities for your children. Okay. So with that said, I hope to get a full field for our next event at Redtail on the 23rd of March. Please respect entry deadlines. There's a lot of work that goes in behind the scenes, and that's why I have entry deadlines at certain times. That's why I have a minimum number met, because there's a lot of things that need to be done behind the scenes. So please take this to heart, what I said, and I really, really would love to start the season off right. We've missed the Mission event in Redtail twice now, so I really want to kick the season off in a special way. Got a lot of 2018 awards and special awards to give out to division winners and special awards, and really like to do that at Redtail on the 23rd of March. So take care. Enjoy the Arnold Palmer Invitational for any of you that are going out there this week. Otherwise, enjoy the weekend, and I hope to see you soon. Thanks so much, everybody. Take care.